on, guys? DoorDash Industries back here again. So I am back. So a little update. Agenda for today. We're about to start a dash at 11:30 to 1. I have to end at 1. Got some kid things to do. Then I'm going to be back out around 4:30 to do a dinner. And we may mix some Spark in there. See what comes of it. On the in-between, I may have Spark on as well. The goal today is to make $100. We're going to ease back in and see what we can do today on, working a couple hours for lunch, working a few hours for dinner, and see if we can generate at least $100 over about 4 to 5 hours of work. So, we're going to get ready to head into the market. We're also along the way going to discuss a lot of the big things that are going on out there in the gig economy. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of things that are going on, and I want to give you my thoughts on it. And then you can give me your thoughts in the comments. So guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, get the news out about the channel if you're liking what you see. And turn your notifications on so you don't miss any of my content that's going to be coming out here. So, guys, let's get started. Let's get going. And I really appreciate you guys watching. All right, guys. Talk to you in a little bit. What's going on, guys? So, DoorDash back here. We are on our way into our market. I signed up for a dash on arrival. And I don't know if it's made it to every market yet, but if it hasn't, I'm going to post up the screenshots right there. And that's going to show you exactly what the process is. You're basically checking into a dash. It looks exactly the same. And then you can see that little screen pops up that says you're dashing for arrival and you have until such and such time to arrive or you lose your dash. So as soon as I did that, GrubHub, I fired up GrubHub and UberEats just to see. Sometimes they'll send me orders, especially GrubHub will send me an order heading in the direction of my market, since my market is technically Hagerstown, Maryland. In this case, they did send me an order. I probably should have taken it because I did not realize when I turned it down and rejected it that there's a $5 mission deal going on with GrubHub. So we're going to put some special emphasis on GrubHub when we get into the market because that's going to be a lot of that can make a lot of money, and it can make a not so great order actually look okay when you add that extra $5 on. So that's good. That's also a good sign too, because it means that they're in need of drivers. Now what I've seen with GrubHub is they do a lot of these missions now where they give you an extra $5 per order. And I think what they've decided to do is cut back on the base pay because the orders are definitely not as lucrative as they had been. And they're putting more money in the bonuses. Now, I don't know if that's the right move or the wrong move. It certainly makes it okay when the bonuses are available, but when they're not, some of these orders are really, really bad. Like they're getting DoorDash bad. And GrubHub never had that problem. I didn't mind taking even some of the no-tip orders were decent orders where they'd be 2 miles for $7, and I could justify that, even if they're not going to tip me. I didn't know whether there was a tip or not when I accepted it, but I didn't get out of the order once I realized there wasn't, because of course you can see that all that information on the GrubHub order. But now you've got situations where they're offering $3 for 6 miles at a sit-down restaurant that's going to have a wait. That's not going to work. And GrubHub, of course, we all know you're going to have a wait on that. So, look, there's a lot going on right now that I wanted to discuss while we're driving into the market with the gig economy. Namely, there's DoorDash, who is rolling out and testing as we speak, paying its employee or paying its drivers as employees. So the question I think a lot of people have is like, what is this? What does this mean for DoorDash? Is this a sign that they're going to be coming for us and converting everyone over to employees and cutting all the people that don't qualify as employees off? I don't believe so. Now, I do believe that there's going to be opportunities for those that want to be employees of DoorDash, and that's going to be on the grocery delivery side, because that's what this is focusing on. And it's focusing on big cities, not rural areas where DoorDash doesn't have as much control and would have to really pay a lot of expenses around the vehicle side of stuff. So I think we're going to be safe and secure as independent contractors. I think that there's going to be opportunities that we may not be able to participate in. I think DoorDash is going to continue to push us to try to accept more orders that maybe we don't want to accept because there's no tips and stuff like that. Now, I believe personally that I think if you're just fixated on tips and saying, hey, no tip, no trip, etc., while there's some validity to that, from the standpoint of order size, time of order, stuff like that. But listen, if you've got a $6.25 no tip order that DoorDash is paying, or that's been bid up to $6.25 and it's going 1 mile, what does it matter whether there's a tip involved? The tip is a tip, right? It's not guaranteed wages. It's not the responsibility of the customer to pay our wages through tips. A tip is a gratuity. It's a thank you. It's a, hey, you're driving this extra distance. Now, for delivery driving, I think there could be some better transparency as to what the responsibility of the delivery driver is. Spilling a beverage, taking a long time because you're delivering multiple orders for multiple apps that the customer can see. Some of those things could be adjusted tip-wise, and they should be able to do that through customer service, calling in, reporting the issue, having to be completely transparent on their end on why they feel they need to take that gratuity down for what they were doing it. And DoorDash and all the apps should promote the ability to do so if there's an issue with their order. And that way also DoorDash can decide, is this a customer, was this something that was really the driver's responsibility, or was this something that, was more of the restaurant, or was the app asking, hey, listen, we want you to, go out and drive for us and deliver multiple orders. All right, so Silk Thai Restaurant, and we're going to go ahead and accept that order. So we're on board now, guys, for a Thai restaurant up here in Hagerstown. But here's the reason why we accepted it. It's 8 miles. That's from where I'm at right now. So it's actually not bad, really, in that consideration. Plus, we get a $5 bonus on top. So it's really a $13 8-mile order, where a majority of those miles are being covered because it's from, I just literally got into the market and it hit me with this order. So we're going to do a GrubHub. That's always a good start. And now we're going to power down, or I'm going to pause DoorDash, and we're going to go in, and I never went active on Uber. I had to take a picture and they had to verify my identity. So Uber was never even in play. So I'll update all the specifics of that order here in a minute when I get to the restaurant. But what I was saying was that I believe that I think that DoorDash is going to continue to try to encourage drivers to take orders that, otherwise they wouldn't, try to cut down on the cherry picking. I think that's going to just be what DoorDash is going to have to do, and the other apps are going to do it. So with that said, I don't think the gig economy is in any peril. I think there's more opportunity in the gig economy than ever. What I would say is, you've got to diversify your relationships, like I've done. I've got Spark, Flex, Instacart, Ship, DoorDash, GrubHub, Uber. I mean, I've got 7 different relationships that I'm actively working. And there's other ones I haven't even explored that are on my list. I think it's something called pop-up driver. I have it on my phone, but I haven't signed up for it yet. And there's a few others out there that have come up that I could look into. I know there's some dog walking apps. I mean, there's all sorts of opportunities that you can get involved with and should be involved with over time. Not all at once, because you need to give yourself some time to dig in and learn the apps and figure out if it fits your business model. And you know, that's my advice. I think that otherwise you're not going to be successful. I don't think these apps are made to lay all your eggs in one basket. I think if you're doing that, you're going to be disappointed with your results. The second thing is I think you also got to target a fixed amount of money you want to generate every day. You know, figure out what you want to earn a year, break it down, figure out, you know, start out with the amount of time you want to work. If it's not earning, then figure out how many days you would need to work a week and how much time you're working during those days that you were giving yourself, and say, hey, expand it. Normally there's always a path to get there. It's just analyzing and looking and figuring out how you get there and putting the time in to do it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I'm getting off the exit, and we're going to head over to this Thai restaurant and pick up this order. And hopefully we can get a couple GrubHub orders in, possibly at that $5 bonus. So that's really, really nice. So, all right, guys, I'll be back. I will be talking to you soon. What's going on, guys? So, wow, that person just literally almost clipped the front of my car because they decided to turn into my lane. So anyways, wanted to come on and update you here because I did successfully pick up the order there from the Thai restaurant. So we are on our way right now.
Turn left toward Wessel Boulevard.
And we've got about a 10-minute drive. So we are going to be...
in 300 feet, turn left toward Wessel Boulevard.
I think I may have...
Turn left toward Wessel Boulevard. Then turn
we may
left
be taking a different
Boulevard.
route because I think that there's some construction up here that's going to prevent me from turning left, but we'll find out when we get up here. Anyways, so it looks like I scouted out. I always use Google Maps to scout out the delivery drop-off, just to take a look at it, do the street view. And it looks like this is some sort of a medical facility that we're delivering to. I saw a restricted access sign on the front door, so I think it's a no contact order. I'm pretty certain. I think we're gonna, you know, we'll be putting it outside. Yeah, ring doorbell on side of door. Doesn't say no contact, so I'm not certain. But we'll find out when we get there. It does not say no contact. Normally it'll say no contact on there. So I guess we're going to have to ring the doorbell and wait. It says apparently on the side of the building there's a doorbell. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. But good news is the order was already ready. Although I wasn't ready. So I forgot to do my tracking, updating. Again, it's like I'm kind of a little out of sync. That's how I felt the other day when I came out for a brief period of time. I forgot to log miles and stuff like that. Just the basics that had become second nature. But when you stop doing it for 2 weeks, you know, you just forget some of the things that had been second nature to you. But anyways, like I mentioned in the intro, we have a lot of things going on out here in the gig economy that I want to talk about. So the next thing I want to talk about is this cash on demand, cash delivers. That has not come to my area, but I can tell you I am not interested in that. I could see that just being a disaster. Hopefully it just stays in the city areas, because I think that could be disastrous. Yes, you're going to get paid cash, but if you get to the door and the customer doesn't want to pay you, you've already picked the food up. Sounds to me like, I guess you're going to use the red card, and somehow they're going to take it out of your money that you're going to earn for non-cash deliveries. It just sounds like a convoluted mess. I don't know. Obviously, as with anything in this gig economy that we work in, I'm willing to give it a try, I guess, if it were to come to my area, but I don't really think it's something that I would want to make something I do on a regular basis. So, you know, I don't know. Interesting. I mean, I guess you always have to innovate. You always have to come up with new ways, new things, and new new ways to service the customer. But I personally think we're in a great time in the gig economy. I don't believe we're in any threat. I think certain areas could have to make changes. In fact, to share with you, I was out in Las Vegas and I learned something interesting out there. So apparently in Las Vegas, in the state of Nevada, if you are a DoorDasher, if you're a Spark driver, if you're anything in the gig economy, you are actually treated like a business owner. So you have to buy a business license, not only for the state, but you have to register for the county. So it's $300 to do all three, and you have to get a food handler's license. So, very, very interesting information. I thought. I was talking to an Uber driver that was driving us around up there and engaged that person and got that information. So, very interesting to me. Again, in one sense, I'm happy that it really is making it clear that we are business owners, and that kind of helps to, up there, people think of themselves. They're like, we are a small business, the smallest of the small, and it's very clear to everybody that's in business that they're in business for themselves because they have to get a business license. While it somewhat becomes, I think, problematic from the standpoint of, you're having to come up with that upfront cost, so that could be a barrier for people getting involved in the gig economy. But, hey, I think that kind of also kind of helps to help make sure it's not overly saturated. And also, anytime you create a small barrier like that, it makes it a small bit safer, and it guarantees a little bit of a better quality of individual that's going to be involved, which is what you want. So, I found that interesting. All right, guys, I'm going to focus in here. I've got 6 minutes to go till I get to my drop-off. I'll be back to talk some more with you, and we'll talk again soon. All right, guys, so we are walking up here. We got to ring the doorbell. And wait for the customer because it's no contact. It's actually a drop-off and delivery. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. You have a good one. What's going on, guys? Dad Dash here. Just got done delivering that order. So it ended up with the $5 extra pay there for the mission pay. So it was a total of $13.31. Now, we haven't got any additional offers yet. I'm back on DoorDash. I was able to get that done before my 35 minutes was up. And we did get an offer from Uber as we were getting ready to walk up to the door. And it was for $2.50 for the McDonald's up here on the corner. So that was a big fat no. So we're going to head back in the direction of our shopping center. And hopefully in the meantime, we pick something up along the way. So I'm going to come up here. I can hang a right. I know this road right up here will lead me back in that direction and start heading me towards a quality hotspot. Because there's really, the bad part about coming down here is there's really not a whole bunch of stuff that is really what I would call quality restaurants down here. So even though you may get an offer or two, most of the time they're not going to be the ones you want to deliver for. So anyways, guys, we're going to head in that direction. I'll be back as soon as I get an order to update you on exactly what comes through. So that order took 30 minutes total. So it wasn't bad at all. Came in at over $25 an hour, projected hourly. So, hopefully we get an order relatively quickly. And if we can hopefully maintain that pace. And we should make our $50 that I wanted to make for the 2-hour period that we'll be out. So we'll see. All right, guys. And remember also, GrubHub until about 12 for another 30 minutes has the $5 mission going on. So, hopefully maybe we get some GrubHub action and can continue to cash in on those $5 bonuses. So, all right, guys, I will be talking to you soon. I'm going to, like I said, continue heading back towards where I know there's some quality restaurants, and we'll see what happens. Looks like Little Caesars just shot me an order for the Little Caesars here that's on the corner. It has not popped through on my phone yet. And let's see here. It is $6.25 for 2.4 miles. I just don't like Little Caesars because typically they're not ready. And even though that's $6.25, I don't think that's going to be a $6.25 with extra. There is 4 items involved. I just don't like the area. I'm going to decline it. I'm going to decline it as not ready, and I'm going to try to get something from the shopping center up here that I know has some pretty quality restaurants that do a good job. So, all right. So we shot down the Little Caesars $6.25 live here. Like I said, I'll be back if there's anything else to show you or discuss. All right, guys. Talk to you in a little bit. So the main story was of the shift was 36 minutes of wait time in between orders. That's how much wait time we had. We delivered for about 2 hours straight. 2 hours and 1 minute was our delivery time. And then there was 36 minutes of wait time of unmonetized time. So had we monetized that, we could have been way above, way above where we needed, because we were at $25 an hour gross revenue for the delivery time. So that would have given us another $12 to $13, easily well above $60 some. But we did hit our 50. Took a little longer than what I wanted. Our total time value was about $19.45 an hour. So a little under 20 bucks. So took a little longer than I'd like, but that's okay. We hit our 50 bucks nonetheless. That's what it's all about. Interesting thing, when I was leaving Chick-fil-A, I got an excellent GrubHub order that I could not do because of I had to, be on my way after I completed the DoorDash order. But it was $12.62, 6 miles, going to the Walmart that I do all my shopping deliveries at. We talk about the perfect way to end the lunch rush. Would have been in the Walmart parking lot for exactly what I would have targeted, which was Spark. I could have fired up the apps on my way and seen if I could have gotten either a pickup or a shop, and possibly had turned that into a $30+ visit. That would have been excellent. I mean, that would have just been the way it worked. I couldn't do it though. That's how it always goes, I guess. You get the best stuff when you're not able to do it. So I didn't even realize I had left the GrubHub app on. I thought I had powered it down after I'd accepted the DoorDash order, but I hadn't. So I had to say I was unavailable, and then I powered the app down, made sure I also had powered down the UberEats order. So I am now heading on my way, and I will be back soon. I've got to go do some personal stuff, and then we've got $48 to make to hit our 100 for today. So like I said, it's not a terrible position to be in. That's a couple of Walmart Spark shops, or if I get one Walmart Spark shop and then jump on the dinner rush, from like 5 to 7, I think this should be no problem to hit 100. And depending on how early we hit the 100, we might even be able to push past 100 and somewhere in between 100 and 150 for today. So I will take that all day, every day of the week. But that's where we stand. All right, guys, I got to make a couple phone calls. I'm going to jump off here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll be back in a little while. What's going on, guys? Dad Dash back here again. So completed that shop. It was actually the first shop I've had in a long time that had absolutely no groceries. I was over in the grocery section for 2 non-grocery items. Basically, they were latex gloves, and that was pretty much it. So a very nice drop off here. It's only 6 minutes away from the store. So I mean, I believe I've even dropped off to this place before. And they've used the Spark service before, so this is good. Should be a very easy order. So, interesting side note, guys, for those of you considering hardware, and I've been wanting to do a hardware video for a long time. I'm finally going to get this done, where I discuss the hardware, the absolute best hardware for the gig economy. And in my opinion, the best hardware for the gig economy is without a doubt going to be, in my opinion, that I'm going to announce right here, is the iPhone Pro 13. Not the Pro Max. I have a Pro Max 12 that I use, which is, for 2020, was the absolute creme de la creme of the iPhones. This sucker that I got here, and again, there's no difference this year between the iPhone Pro 13 and the iPhone Pro Max 13 besides screen size. But for me, this phone right here is a beast. I've been using it as my filming camera for a little while. I decided that it was easier workflow to have everything under one iPhone. And again, I'm planning to put a video together just to describe what my workflow is, just in case anyone's curious, because I've tested out multiple. The one I'm doing right now, I think, really makes a lot of sense. But anyways, I digress. But this sucker right here, man, I've been using, like I said, the Pro 12 Max, and figured, hey, you know what, I'm going to keep using that as my work phone. It's a bigger screen, etc., etc. I didn't think there could really be that much of a difference, but when I was just using this thing in the store, you talk about snappy and fast and no lag time whatsoever, and silky smooth, moving between apps. So it does make a difference. The technology you have is going to make a tremendous impact on the experience you have with these apps. I'm going to continue, I think, using my 13 Pro just to see what my thought process is using it for stuff like DoorDash, UberEats. I really, like I said, I really did not think it was going to make that big of a difference, but it's made a tremendous difference here. So we'll see if that continues to hold true beyond just the Walmart Spark app, which was, by the way, running off of Wi-Fi in the store. So we'll see how this does. I'm using it right now as my navigation tool, and I'm going to be using it to process out the order, and we'll see how it all goes. So, you know, and right now I also want to kind of evaluate, because the first half of today I used my iPhone 13 Pro to film, and now I'm using my iPhone 12 Pro to film, which is more akin to the iPhone 13 series. Apparently it has the same, my understanding was that it had the same cameras as the iPhone 12 Max of last year, and I can kind of see that, and as I use a secondary iPad of mine that I use just to be able to see what I'm shooting and try to line up and frame the shot the best I can being in the car. But yeah, so we're gonna see, you know, what this looks like. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'm gonna jump off here, but my message was, if anybody's on the fence post and is an iPhone fan and thinking about, can the iPhone 13 Pro make a difference in my gig life? Yes, it can. I believe it can. I believe it will. I believe it would. Go for it. Hit that trigger. Hit that buy button. But I am going to put together a video talking about the differences between Android and iPhone, and I think it's going to have some useful information that everyone will enjoy. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I'm just about ready to turn in here to where I need to turn into to make this delivery, and I'll be back as soon as I get done, hopefully to tell you that everything went well, and maybe even that we picked up an order right away when we got done. All right, guys, talk to you in a minute. What's going on, guys? Dad Dash back here. So just made the delivery there. I've gotten 2 offers, actually, since I delivered. The first one, while I was pulling in the driveway, it offered me $20, 52 items, and had to go all the way back to Hagerstown, which would have been about a 20-minute ride to the Walmart. I said, nah, that's okay. Next one comes through. They're offering me an extra $8 for 72 item shop. That was going to take 64 minutes. Although that would have put me over $100, I gracefully said no. Maybe I'll regret it, but I only need $22. So I'm on with DoorDash right now in my area. I'm heading up to the shopping plaza near the Walmart that I just left, which is about 2 miles up the road. I'm quite confident I can figure out how to get $22 either through DoorDash or through Spark up here without having to go too far outside of my range. So that's what I'm counting on. So hopefully that happens. This order went kind of awkwardly. I'm going up to the door. Somebody was outside. I hear somebody saying something. I thought they were calling for me. So I walk all the way from the customer's door down there. I'm trying to say hello, you know, and they're yelling something, and I'm like, you know, hello, I can't understand you. And she finds, oh, I'm talking to my son over there. And I said, oh, oops. I said, no problem, no problem. So I went and put the goods at the door. Yes, this is the place I thought I was going to, by the way, guys. I've delivered here before. So, anywho, also, another thing to note, this was a no-tip order. So they gave me $26 to do 9 items. This customer decided not to tip. But this is the situation that I have no problem doing this order. I had no problem doing this order. Even though there was no tip, I had no problem doing it because, to me, it wasn't about the tip. The money made sense. So, anyways, we'll see how we do here. I'm like I said, about a mile away. I've gotten no attention yet from DoorDash. But my phone right now is in LTE, which means I'm having cell phone service issues. So yeah, we'll see what happens here once I power in, but I'm quite confident I can muster up $22 worth of orders right here at this exit, staying relatively close to home, without a problem. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I'll be back when I got something to report, and I will be talking to you soon. What's going on, guys? Dad Dash back here. So made that order. Got that completed, as I mentioned earlier, and headed back to the shopping area. Ended up turning down a few more orders. I got the order that I'm about to do right now, and this is kind of a, well, you know what? I'm going to hold my nose and do this, and I'm not going to, I'm not going to be so selective and picky. But it's a pickup order. It's a curbside pickup order for $27.77. It's a $15 tip. $12 is $12.77 is the base pay. But the catch here is it's 104 items. So I had turned this order down originally, and then I thought to myself, you know what? Look, I need $22. I will be at $105. I will be done for tonight. It's 5:30. It's 3 miles from the store. Let's just go grab this order. Let's go get it delivered. Let's get it done, and then call it an evening. So I had turned it down and was looking for other stuff, and I just wasn't getting anything decent. So I thought, you know what? It came back around to me. Nobody else picked it up. I figure, you know what? Get it done. It gives me my money. Plus, I get a $3 bonus for doing the order, because any orders right now under Spark are doing it. So technically, it's a $30.77 order because of the $3 bonus. So, hey, you know what? I'll hold my nose. I'll jump in here. I'll do it. It can't be that bad. It's got some large items. My car is going to be filled up. In fact, I'm going to have to, I just thought about it, I'm going to have to stop off here on my way to the store to rearrange my trunk in preparation for this. So, it is what it is. We're going to try to get this done and go from there. All right, guys, I'll be back to update you, let you know how this goes, and then more likely than not, we'll be calling it a night when we get this order done. All right, guys, talk to you in a little bit. What's going on, guys? Dad Dash back here with an update. So I got that order done, the 104 item order. It did take a little bit to unload, but it really wasn't too bad. And then as soon as I got done with that order, I ended up with a $23 order to shop 6 items. So I went ahead and took that because it's only 6:30. So I've still got 20 some minutes left. So I figured, why not? I'll take that order and go do that. Now I'm pulling in to get some gas, and I'm going to go deliver this order, and then we'll see what the rest of the night holds here. This may be the last one. I don't know. We'll see what I come up with as soon as I get this delivered. I've turned off all the delivery apps. I'm only up on Spark, so I'm only looking for solid Spark orders, to do here. I'm not looking to do just anything. So, all right, guys, I'll be back to update you here as soon as I get this delivered. I may be for the final update, or I may be updating you, letting you know if I took another order. All right, guys, talk to you in a minute. What's going on, guys? So I just thought I'd come on and show you a little Christmas here. We're downtown in my hometown, and that is the Christmas tree. Oh, and you know what? I got to get the focus in line here. But that is the Christmas tree. I apologize for the dirty windshield there, but I figured, hey, you know what? I'll show it to you nonetheless. And man, oh man, whew, as nice as it looks down here, it smells horrible down here. I don't know what's going on, if there's some sort of sewage main or something. But I thought I'd show it to you while we stopped, and you could see all the different Christmas stuff going on here in Town Square and City Center. So, all right, guys, just thought I'd show it to you. We're almost to the drop-off, so we will be right back. Oh, and you know what? Take a look down there. Take a look. Yeah, you can see all the Christmas lights right here. So, all right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I've got to figure out where I'm dropping this package off at, or this bag off at, of groceries, and I'll be back to talk to you. What's going on, guys? Dad Dash back here. So, we are at the end of our shift today. So I am actually sitting in the Walmart parking lot, although I am not doing any more Walmart. In fact, I'm getting ready to turn off the Spark app right now as we speak, and it is off now. They just sent me one final order all the way up in Hagerstown, but I'm not going to do that. So I am done. It's about 7:30. I got done my last order about 7:22. So I got done the shop, the 6-item order that I took after what I thought might be my last order. I got a $23.60 offer. There was no tip. So both Spark orders I did tonight had no tips. I did them purely for base pay, plus the $3 bonus spiff that they were adding on top of all the orders tonight. So I did that. Basically, I've been paid out. You know, all my money's with me now, so that's been earned, and it'll be, of course, be paid out. So, you know, well, actually, I'm incorrect on that. There was one order that has a $15 tip. That was the big 104 item order. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, I get the full $15 tip on that. But needless to say, the 2 shop orders I did had no tips. So there we go on that. But anyways, following the Spark order that I dropped off, and it was in the wrong side of town for certain. I got lost down there, but I got out and started to head home, and I had the DoorDash app on because I had turned it on just to see if I got anything, and I got an $11.25 Walgreens order. Now, there was also a $15 order that was floating around that turned into a $19 order before someone snatched it up finally, that I was considering taking. But then that went away. And then pretty much all the Spark orders were in Hagerstown, which I'm not going up to Hagerstown. That's like 20 minutes. That's my normal market. But I wasn't going up there because it was too close to quitting time. So as I said, I was quitting between 7 and 7:30. It's 7:30. I've got to run in here and pick up a few items. And then, like I said, day over. So it was a really good day. It ended up being a good day. We hit our 100. Not only did we hit our 100, we ended up... let's see here. We ended up going to $145, I believe. Let's see here. Let me let this thing update. Yes, so we ended up earning $145.62 over 9 deliveries. We generated $27.56 per hour while we were out. We ended up out today working 5.28 hours. And we ended up generating delivery hours. We were out for 233 minutes. Or, let's see here. Do I have a calculator on this one? No, I don't think I do. Let's see here. We'll do the calculations here. So 233 minutes divided by 60 minutes. So we were out, we worked about a little under 4 hours, which isn't bad. I mean, when you consider, you know, that was the labor, that was the amount of labor we put into it. And then we were out searching for orders, out and about, driving around, out from the house for about 5 hours. So not bad at all. Generated $145.62. Drove 83 miles, so we had $1.75 per mile, which is pretty decent. And we ended up with $108.59 net income. So overall, very, very good day, in my opinion. We hit the goals that we wanted to hit. So I cannot complain there. So we will be back out tomorrow, though I will not be able to do lunch. My wife works tomorrow, so I have babysitting duties until the evening. So I'll be going out probably after 3 tomorrow. We'll see, you know, obviously the goal is always to earn $100. That is always the goal. So we will figure out a path to 100 or as close to 100. But the thing about it is that it'll be a little different than other times is I will, again, be hard stopping between 7 and 7:30 tomorrow night and calling it, regardless of where I'm at. So I think a lot of it's going to hinge on what Spark is throwing at me. Spark is a huge piece of earning money quick. As you saw earlier today, when I was grinding it with DoorDash, I was out there for, 3 hours and average $19.40 gross revenue per hour. So, I mean, that's just where it's at. And it was $25 for the work, for working time. So, it's just one of those things where, you just got to keep pushing, keep grinding. And the reality of it is when it comes to the food delivery apps, it's just a matter of going out and putting the time in. I mean, you can make as much as you want. So tomorrow, our goal will be to earn is $100 or more. That's what we're setting up, and hopefully we get there. So I will be back. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. I appreciate everyone watching, guys. Take the time right now, please. Hit that subscribe button. If you like today's video, if you're enjoying this content, if you're somebody new, and most all of you are going to be, because I've only got 26 subscribers as of right now, but every one of you that subscribed, thank you very much. You're the core of this channel. And guys, get the word out. Remember, our goal here is to create a network and a place for all gig delivery business operators to come for tips, tricks, strategies, a place to network, a place to share how you're doing it, and I'll share what I'm doing, and together we can become more successful. So guys, thank you so much. I will be talking to you very soon. In the meantime, guys, don't give up, keep pushing, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, guys.